Welcome everybody. I'd like to present you my Android Auto installation in my Volvo XC70 from 2014. The installation works plug and play with the stock radio and the screen, as you can see. No change was made here, but it required a bit of effort as I had to disassemble the whole waterfall. So this part basically, taking the advantage of it, I also glued this part together with the metal or plastic probably behind it, so that I got rid of this squeaking noise that was common in this model. I also put a lot of foam to the rest of these parts, as when I started disassembling it, I thought that it's a good idea to fix everything. So as you can see, as you can listen, there is no squeaking sound, or just a little bit of it. To get rid of all the noises that came from these elements, I used material tape. This is actually the tape that can be used for cable insulation, but it was also good for this purpose. And I also used such foam. This is a foam with a glue on one side only, so it was perfect to stick it to all the elements that come together and could potentially make any noise. Now let me show you how the Android Auto works now. Firstly, it's important that it has to be, the multimedia system has to be set to the aux. I will show you in the moment why. So it's already in aux mode, and let me show you why. Here is the small dongle that simulates the aux, so that it's available. And now I connect the USB cable, which comes from Android Auto module. This is a separate USB from this, so you will get another one. I connect it to my device, and Android Auto is starting. As you can see, it started the maps. Actually, it starts the default navigation app, and by default I meant that it's the app that was used before. So if I closed this with Waze, Waze would open up when the device gets connected the next time. I usually use Google Maps, so that's why Google Maps are here. So the navigation can be done via this knob, via numeric. So for example, when I press 8, it goes down, when I press 2, it goes up. And it also works with this steering on the driver's side. Of course, it can also click, so basically everything can be done on the screen. Now let's move on to the menu. There are a lot of applications that support Android Auto. For example, let's go to Spotify. As you can see, the Android Auto version of application shown up. It's kind of limited. For example, you cannot play the single song, but it actually depends on the application, not the Android Auto itself. We can always move back to the original Volvo system. So we press this exit button, and we are in the Volvo original system again. So now we can use every control here, and we see the result. The difference is that when we are in Android Auto, we don't see that we turn on the AC, for example. It does work, but we don't see the result on the screen. So that's one of the disadvantages of it, but it's not a big deal. Talking about technical details, the installation is possible on every Volvo with sensors, so probably every Volvo that has interior that looks similar to this one will work with that. Some of this kind of sets required the globe button over here for Android Auto to work. The set I used did not require that, so everybody with Volvo Sensus can install this system in their car without any problem. And now let me show you some of the content of this set. So first of all, there is a manual which describes how to install it. It's not very good, but it contains almost every important information that you will have to apply to install it. I told that it's not very good because the instructions are for Volvo V60, not V70. So some of this, for example, this assembly part will be different, but the clue will be same. This is the additional Android Auto box. So this is what we will install to get these functionalities. Let's move down. These are the cables that have to be connected between the screen, the radio, so it's behind this, and the place over there. This box is the same box that I've just shown you, that came together in the package. So these cables contain everything that goes to the screen, the radio, and the box. Only this thing. And other parts are the cables that go to the screen again, the board that will be sticked to the screen, and also some additional cables depending on whether you have a version with cameras or not. For example, I did not have cameras in this model, so I didn't use this cable, which would be for video transmission. As you can see over there, there is also this auxiliary port dongle that you have to put inside, and basically that's everything that will be needed to install Android Auto in your car. The most difficult part is actually disassembling all of this. The connection is rather simple. You probably cannot make any mistake at all. An additional interesting feature in Android Auto is that you can use voice assistant directly from your steering wheel. So you press this voice assistant button. What's the weather in Warsaw?
W Warszawie mamy teraz 1 stopień i duże zachmurzenie. Dzisiaj mamy zachmurzenie, najwyższa prognozowana temperatura to 1 stopień, najniższa 1 stopień.
So that was actually the weather for Warsaw. I asked in English, but it answered in Polish anyway, as the whole system depends on what language is in your phone. If you turn off Android Auto via the menu inside, you will be directed to the main screen of this module. Basically, you have additional features here. Here's Android Auto. Here's CarPlay, so of course it works also on iPhones. Here is mirroring, so basically you will see on this screen everything that is on the screen of the phone, but the phone will have to be unlocked, so the screen will be always on. This could be interesting, for example, when you would like to watch some movie from your phone on the screen. Here we'll have Bluetooth settings, some video options to play it from the USB, a pen drive or some SD card with an adapter, for example. And we have additional module settings. If your Volvo did not come with rear view camera, you might have a problem that if you move to reverse, you will see something like that instead of the parking assistant. So this can be changed in settings. You go here, car settings, reverse camera, and you change it to OE camera. And now let's see what happens when I go to reverse. Now you see part of the original Volvo system, but let me just move closer
to the next car.
Now you see that the parking assistant works, and you see what is in front of you or in reverse. So I think that's everything for the introduction part. Let's move on to the installation process.